Let's see. There we go. All right. It might not have had any sound this whole time. So that'll be really interesting. I'm going to go ahead and mark this in the video. So we are, how far in are we? There should be a counter somewhere. There we are. We're 8 minutes in. So 8 minutes in, and for 7 minutes, I might not have had any audio. So if I could do a blooper reel, but we're live, I would just cut this right now and then restart from the beginning. So without further ado, hey, I'm Thomas Allen with The Forge and founder of Salty Veterans. Good evening, everyone. This is really uncomfortable for me. So this is quite interesting doing this live. I probably should record these and then do them. We'll do that in the future. Before we go live, we'll actually do a couple of rehearsals. But right now, I wanted to get in front of the camera and just talk to people. So DeForge, we're set up on YouTube right now to actually start showing you what's going on behind the scenes as we're building the business. The business, DeForge, officially launches September 11th, 2024. Right now we're in the first stage of a 3-stage launch for the business, and right now it's just gaining an online presence, and we've semi-established that right now by getting a YouTube channel up and running. I've got some streaming software that I'm using, Steam or Streamlabs. I used to use it a really long time ago. I ended up reverting back to it because what I was using just wasn't working really well. The audio wasn't mixing. There was no sound. But I'm really happy with what we got now. And I think that as time progresses, you'll see that this channel continues to grow and add a bunch of great things into the content that I can deliver. So we're on the YouTube channel. We've got a Facebook up and running. I've got a Discord channel in the works right now for the community to be able to get involved even when we're not online, and then be able to share everything that we have in the works and in the community. So DeForge is it's a complicated animal, to be honest. So there are a lot of people that have studios that they're like world-renowned artists and they paint like crazy good miniatures. I by no means think that I'm like a pro painter. I'm a good painter. I've been doing it for over 20 years now. So I've picked up a little bit. Doesn't mean I don't make mistakes, and you'll see that in the videos. And I've learned ways to be able to step back and fix those mistakes pretty easily. And some of those tips and tricks I'll actually be putting into videos and little like downloadable things that I found to be very, very helpful. So DeForge, what do? We make products and content to enhance your gaming experience. Right now, I would like to get involved in the future in more things than just tabletop wargaming, but right now that's all that I have time for, and it's a hobby of mine that I'm very passionate about. So I think that it's a great starting point. So my studio primarily gets involved with projects dealing with Warhammer 40K, Warhammer Old World, and other Games Workshop products. That's what I'm familiar with. That's what I know. That's what I've had a long history of being involved in, and it's what I am literally fully immersed in right now. I'm in Indianapolis, Indiana, and we honestly, I don't think we're really widely known for being like a super awesome Warhammer area regionally. A lot of people travel around to other cities, so I'm hoping to be able to help build up the community here in Indiana in any way possible. I've already been to a lot of the hobby stores around here in Indianapolis, and they're full of great people left and right from the community of every shape, size, and color. And I think that there are a lot of great things here that they might need help getting more organized or getting the word out or any number of things that you can come up with. Basically, the Forge is at the community's disposal to get involved and help things grow and spread the word. So, what do we got going on right now? So, right now, I said that we were in stage one of our business launch, so we're gaining that online presence. I invite you to join us. Please like, share, follow, subscribe, uh, get the word out there that the Forge is actually a real thing. I'm really passionate about trying to break the barrier for entering the hobby. I feel like as time's sort of gone on, prices have skyrocketed in tabletop war games, especially from Games Workshop. The techniques and skills involved to the time that people have available to get, like, the games themselves are longer. It just seems like there are a lot of barriers, and I think that there are a lot of things that I can do with my studio and the products that we make to make gaming a lot more enjoyable for everybody. So whether it's helping you speed up the time that you spend during a round by little templates, aids, unit reference sheets, like any kind of product that I can make that can help you organize what you need to do and help you play your game better or get more immersed in it, like with just awesome terrain that doesn't kill the bank. Uh, and that's really easy to set up and actually kind of helps where the game is. So I make terrain specific to what's going on right now. So in Warhammer 40K, you've got Nexus, Pariah Nexus mission pack is where we are. They call it Warhammer 40K 10.5. I think we're like a year into the game now, and they released a new mission pack, and it kind of just changed the whole structure of how you score points and win games. And with that, it can be really confusing because right now, the core rule book, believe it or not, I'll show you. The core rule book for this thing is this freaking big. It is a big rule book. And not only this, you have to have a codex for your army. You have to have data sheets to be able to reference. You have to have your mission pack. You have to have, like, it just starts stacking up. And Games Workshop, in my opinion, has been doing a really, really horrible job at just releasing a good product from the start without having to do a lot of crazy changes. Right now, players are having to reference an FAQ, like 2 updates, and like everything that has been printed is like garbage. And Games Workshop doesn't even update the rule books or the codexes that are on their shelves. Like, they don't pull the ones that are no longer relevant off the shelves and then give them updated ones. They just expect the community to download the edits, and then now if you added the edits, like, you'd be adding like a stack of paper like this to it. So needless to say, it's easy to get bogged down in tons of information, and if you're trying to get into this hobby, it's like an information overload, and it can seem like a lot. And everybody's pile of shame, known as the gray minis, it's a long and daunting process to spend putting together an army and then getting it painted and tabletop ready. And a lot of people, they work and they have lives, and I am hoping to be able to assist in making everything just more enjoyable. Being able to, so one thing that I'm trying to do is come up with a way that I can have miniatures available that are paint ready. So they'll already be made and they'll be primed to the different loadouts and those kind of things. And they'll be made more affordable than any prices that are out there right now. Now, I'm not trying to be a retail store or anything like that. I'm just trying to break the barrier for entry for people, and I'm not even going to be able to, like, make a huge dent in doing any of that kind of stuff. But for my projects, I do a lot of bidding and buying people getting out of the hobby. Like, I try to talk to them about, like, why they're getting out, and then try to figure out if there's a way that I could keep them involved in the army or if they're just done. But needless to say, there's a lot of models out there for really reasonable prices, meaning that people can get their hands on them and get into the game at a lot better price point. And honestly, it took me. I was trying to. So I came back into Warhammer in towards the end of ninth edition. They caught me with Astra Militarum. My army is what I play. I can't turn the camera around today, but I will upload a video later to show you what armies I have. I have about 4,000 points, right? 4 to 6,000 points. Like 2,000 of it's like sprues and like pile of shame, but 4,000 made up of Astra Militarum and about 2,000 of some NIDs. Um, just because I just started dabbling in those. I used to have huge collections. I've collected on and off since like 1998. But where was I going with this? Medusa, this is my my dog will be in the video sometimes. I have a Doberman. You might not be able to see her right now, but she's back here trying to get her ball that she stuck behind the couch. Hang on, hon. Let me get her for you. There you go. There you go. All right, so where were we? We were talking about Warhammer 10th edition. So I just got back into this towards the end of ninth edition, and this is like a really good timing in my life because I'm no longer in the military. And military, if anybody that's ever served knows that that takes up a whole lot of your life. Like my life was the military. I just got out last summer, and I've been bouncing around trying to figure out what it is that I want to do. And for the past year, I've been bouncing around different jobs, and I've always wanted to do this. I've always wanted to get in front of the camera, make content, and really get immersed. I don't know. Basically, dive into the community and get involved as much as possible. And well, now I'm doing that. So my full time job is the Forge, and the official launch again is 11 September 2024. I'm a small local business. This is all my own money going to this. I'm not sponsored by anybody. So you might hear me mention other content creators all the time. I'm not trying to be better than anybody. I am trying to be the best that I can be, but I'm not trying to take away from anything that anybody else has going on. I'm only trying to add to it. So you'll see me probably mention other people's videos a lot because I look up to them in the community. And I think that the more that we network and collaborate, the better the community is overall. The healthier it is, and the more involved that people can get. Because there are a lot of great content creators out there that just haven't been discovered yet, in my opinion. Um, and Warhammer kind of seems like a bigger thing, kind of like overseas, in my opinion, than it is here in the States. Makes sense because that's where it came from. But nonetheless, there's a thriving community here that I'm getting involved in, and I'm inviting you all along to join in the journey. That's what the Forge is. So it's a mini wargaming studio, and we're heavily involved in both Warhammer 40K and Warhammer Old World right now. So Old World projects aren't going to start up till next month with the official launch, but we are involved in Warhammer 40K right now. Also, we will be organizing trying to get involved in networking. So I am also the co-founder of a nonprofit veteran organization called Salty Veterans, and I believe that gaming is a good way of breaking barriers between the veteran community and the civilian community. Basically, my nonprofit raises awareness for veterans and helps generate resources for veterans. There's not enough help out there as there as it is. So I'm trying to get involved with that as much as possible. I spent 17 years in the military, and right now, in my opinion, the veteran community is suffering a lot, and I'm trying to get involved to make a difference. So you'll hear me talk about events in the future that are Salty Veteran events, but the Forge will be donating to help make those events possible. So again, my name is Thomas Allen. I'm with the Forge. We will be going again live again tomorrow at 8 p.m. I don't know if I answered enough questions, but I just wanted to get in front of the camera and just say hello. So good night, everybody, and see you tomorrow.